Welcome back to Boys and Ghouls Film Review, folks. I'm your host, Sarah Stephenson, and this is my co-host, Mike Stephenson.
Hi, guys. We have a special guest tonight.
Who?
We've got a dog in the background. Now, here, you might hear woof, 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 woof. Yeah. That's our neighbour's dog. He's a real pain in the... Anyway, we won't go there. But, yeah, if you hear a little dog going woofity, woofity, well, that's... We can't control it, okay?
Yeah, anyway, the movie the series, I should say, is called... What we're reviewing tonight is called The Sound of Magic, which was released in 2022. And before you ask, no, it's not a sequel to The Sound of Music.
It's a South Korean production, actually.
Yes.
It's a musical fantasy.
Yeah.
It fits in with what we do, fantasy. And we thought, well, occasionally every so often we will do a Asian or a European movie to just break
up the monopoly.
Yeah, break the monotony of what we're doing all the other ones. So and it's a brand newie. It was released on Netflix. It's also available. I usually talk about this at the end, but talk about it now. Amazon doesn't have it, but it is available on eBay if you're going to buy a copy. But anyway, here we go. Excuse me, I've still got the cold. That's the flu, I mean. Yeah, so if I cough and wheeze and sneeze, deal with it. Okay, now, produced by, it's a production company. This is SLL and Zoom Content. Distributors Netflix. So it doesn't tell me too much. The directed by Kim Sung-eun.
Written by Kim Sung-eun. Whatever.
Yeah, no, it's not. Written by Kim Min-jeong.
Sorry.
I'm not very good at these South Korean names, and I really, really like to apologise now before we annoy anybody who might be South Korean.
Sorry.
Yep. Now, starring, I won't go through all of them. I haven't got enough energy. Okay, now, Chang-wook, W-O-O-K, Choi Sung-eun, and Hwang In-youp. They're the main three stars in this production.
And who the characters are playing? So I don't want to say this man, this woman, this
well, I'm going to get on there in a moment. Chang-wook, he plays, I suppose, our leading male, who's a magician who lives in a deserted
amusement park.
Amusement park, yeah, good idea. Yeah. Choi Sung-eun, he plays a poor high school girl whose family has come under hard times and daddy's hiding from moneylenders. And the other person, Hwang In-youp, he plays a classmate. Now, I've got a funny feeling Sarah's going to say the magician, the girl, and the other guy, because he cannot say the names of these people.
I'll just call the guy the magician.
The what? The magician. Yeah, magician's good. And the girl. Actually, look, this is his first name. What's his first name?
So it's named after the director.
Yoon. Nah, it's the other guy. The guy. Nah. There you go. So there you go then. Okay.
So anyway, the reason I want to review this movie is, before Mike starts coughing again, is because I always love Asian Korean movies. They often have something different and new, and something that Western movies and TV shows miss when you think about it.
They're a bit different. It's like watching Bollywood and comparing it to Hollywood. There's a big difference.
Exactly so. Like when I did that review back in 2020, where I reviewed the Aladdin web series that was...
Oh, right. Yeah, that's gone
back.
That
was done in India and, filmed and whatnot.
India or China?
India.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an Indian
that other Aladdin one, that
production.
Movie. Yeah, that other Aladdin movie we've got. That was done in China, wasn't it? Yeah, northern China or something. Yeah. So everyone likes Aladdin. Yeah,
true.
And a bit of music, fantasy. Why not? So it's the same sort of thing. A bit of music and fantasy. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's not offensive. You say it's good.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So anyway, I'll dive into the story.
Once upon a time,
there is this girl, shy but preferred to be studious.
Very studious person she is.
And she works in a sort of a small Aldi type shop. Obviously,
just a small goods store.
Yeah.
It's a part-time job.
Yeah, and
Okay.
of course, both her and her sister are scraping by getting, they use whatever they can to look after themselves.
Dad's run away because he was in business and he made some bad investment decisions in his business, maybe.
Yeah.
And he's run away because he's hiding from creditors. So he's left his two little girls living there.
Yeah, and their mother just abandoned them.
Yeah.
That works.
Nice.
Nice.
How dare they?
Agreed. Anyway, so she's left alone to look after her younger sister while all the time scraping with whatever money she can to look after themselves.
And they got a really nice, caring landlord lady. Not. You're going to give us money 3 months behind rate, I'll throw you out. And very nice and compassionate. Yeah. Yeah.
She then goes to a new school and she tries to study really, really hard to hopes that her family will be well provided for. And then one day, while after returning from work, she meets this mysterious man at this amusement park where he offers to teach her magic and stuff like that. And it's really nice. He even offers her an invitation, like
He's
a card.
cute too.
Yeah, he's cute. Yeah, and of course she's drawn to him. This is not a romance, so you guys know this is not a romantic story.
Not per se.
Not per se.
More of a coming-of-age fantasy musical.
Yeah, this was based off a manga comic, I think it was.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't called The Sound of Magic. It's just called something else. I can't really recall.
It's probably some Korean name or something, yeah.
A lot of these Korean and Asian type movies I've seen have been based off manga or manga comics here and there.
Well, you can see the influence, yeah.
Yeah, even though it's mostly romance, it's not action adventure like Sailor Moon or something, or Digimon or Pokemons.
Pokemon, I like Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah, like that. It's most of them deal with just romance.
How
and
about Power Rangers?
Relationships. Power Rangers is a Western. I mean,
what?
Westie. I mean,
What do you
American.
mean Westie?
Western America.
Is it? Power Rangers?
Yep.
How for the Asian?
Nope.
My mistake.
I think they based it off, that
Oh,
sort of
okay.
culture, when you think about it, with all the
My
martial
mistake.
arts. Anyway, you'll be friends also at a school, a boy named Na.
Yeah.
And he's has his own problems. He's dealing with two pushy parents who are wealthy, and they wanted him to hopefully use his brain powers to become a successful lawyer or judge or whatever.
Yeah, he's the top of the class and everything he does. And this little girl, Yoon, comes in there and she's really good at math and he gets really annoyed, well, in a nice sort of way, that she's better at math than he is. Very nice.
And skulking in the background, per usual, is a nice, nasty girl influencer who's a school bully who treats Yoon really bad.
Yeah. We always need a mean
She
girl.
shoves her. She even takes photos. She's even
Trips her over.
she's obsessed with the magician. She even goes in there, tries to cooks his secrets out of him, but he tells her, "Get lost." Well, not in those words. He knows he's not supposed to say nasty things.
No, he's a nice magician.
She even tries to film and tries to use that stuff to get some, try to get the under his skin, so to speak. I think is a bit jealous that Noon has been selected to be an apprentice to this magician.
Magician's Apprentice. Now, that's a great name for Mickey Mouse did already. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
she's not the only one. Yule is been selected to become a magician's apprentice. Nan gets selected too. When his parents get wind of his checking out other interests outside of studies, they get upset and knocked out and feel like that you should not be out wandering, doing different things. You should be focusing on your studies, stuff like that. When they don't realize that he's still a kid, he needs an outside life and stuff like that. He probably doesn't even have any friends, for goodness sakes. Is what.
Him? If his personality, I doubt it.
I don't think he has any
Nah,
friends.
probably not. Bald fella.
Yeah, because he's always in his room tapping away on his computer,
And studying and stuff to keep mummy and daddy happy, and
And they don't even think about maybe he needs to develop friendships. Eventually, something weird happens where the magician is accused of murder and of being a thief.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Always pick on the guy who's a bit of an outsider. It's easier.
Yeah, and we do see some footage of him. Some footage where the school bully plants a GoPro camera, I guess, or some kind of spy camera, in his box, and somehow he's fighting against another individual, and we don't know who that person is, except we don't even know if he's dead or alive, until much later on the police try to investigate him and try to find out if he was who he is, who the person he was assaulting, and whether or not he was possibly the one responsible for the thievery. Of course, eventually we do find out who the thief is. I won't tell you whom just
Later
yet.
on, yeah.
Anyway, Yoon try to defend him, saying he can't be the thief or a killer or anything like that. Of course, the bully keeps on saying, "Oh, she's a thief." Blah, 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 blah. Well, shut up. I hate her how she goes into everyone's face about this. She's trying to make herself look like she's important.
She's not.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like her very much, especially how she tries to do everything using using video cameras and stuff to try to make herself important, and thinks that she's doing everyone the favor to expose someone.
Exactly.
She even tries to expose Nan and Yoon's their agreement, because they were both. Yan was paying Yoon to not cheat, but
not do as well in the
do
exam.
well at school.
They'll make him the top of the class, keep his parents happy.
Yeah, and he pays her so she can use the money to look after her sister and pay a little bit of the rent. Although it's not enough, of course.
Every bit helps.
And I think her father steals the money, whom she hopes to return it to Nan later on, but I don't know what happens then.
New.
Anyway, she misses her mum, and throughout some of the scenes she narrates messages to her mum, telling her how much she misses her and how much she wishes to talk to her and stuff like that. And in some of the scenes, the magician was able to get her to open up and see her past. He kind of takes her back to the past to see her younger self.
Exactly.
And anyway, it's amazing most of his magic tricks in this. Most of the time it's magic, and most of the time most of it's all, special tricks, stuff like that. But most of the time the stuff there is hard to believe. Soon enough, the police do eventually get him, and they say that there's nothing magical about him. He's just an ordinary person, a street. What's the word for the person to be living on the streets?
A street person. Yeah.
Just a street person who's or whatever.
Whatever.
And they even say his detailed dossier about him, yada yada. So and so's name and where he came from, like he was in the mental institute, yada yada yada. And of course, Yoon was able to find out another person who knew of him. He was also in school. A brainy person, and his parents expected so much of, that he would become a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that. But somehow something changed in him. He didn't want to become a studious person. He didn't care about, being the numbers and working hard. And one day he jumps off a building of his school, and I guess that caused him to go into hospital. And for some reason, his brain started shifting, and somehow
it became magical.
Yeah, for some reason, this magical butterfly necklace was able to do some of the magical things. And he escapes from the interrogation in the interrogation room from the police station, which was kind of cool.
Well, clever if you can do it.
Yeah, they try to meet him up at the back at the amusement park, but thanks to Yoon, she was able to get him to disappear, and we don't see him again after that. And the police try to find him, and then they eventually find out from some surveillance footage, which was taking place inside the amusement park, that it turned out to be Yule's ex-boss, who worked at the same... Excuse me.
The small goods store she used to work at. He was a nasty person.
Yeah, he tried to assault her.
Trying to sexually assault her.
And then he tries to do it with someone else, and he kills the poor girl. And then, when he was gone, disappeared, he went and pretended to be the magician by dressing up like the magician and start thieving the locals.
It's thievery?
Thieving, whatever.
Stealing from the locals sounded better.
Stealing from the locals.
Yeah, very awesome.
And eventually gets caught, and the police find in his basement or something a matching magician outfit.
Stuff. And the rabbit, a top hat.
Yeah.
Coloured birds,
Yeah.
Magic wand.
Yeah, he also uses the same catchphrase that the magician says. He says, "Do you believe in magic?" It's sort of his catchphrase in the...
Then he says a word which is something like Anna Rasu Manara.
Well, that's pretty much...
That's like the abracadabra word he uses.
Yeah, in that
And actually that was the name of the webtoon it was based on. Abracadabra, all that, that thing, yeah.
Anyway, eventually
trivia.
the police bring in Yoon back into the police station, where she eventually tells them that the owner did try to assault her, or sexually assaulted her.
Well, tried to, yeah. But the magician actually saved her.
Yeah, the magician saved her, and then eventually he decides to quit his class, and try to pursue a different line of interest. And I'm no doubt his parents will not be so thrilled about this.
You gotta be true to yourself, guys.
Years later, Yoon is older, grown up, and she's still looking after her sister, but she's got a better line of work. She's now a magician for a restaurant, and she's doing, nice childish tricks for little children. And she still writes letters in this magical mailbox that's at the amusement park to the magician, whom we never know whether he gets them or just she continues to wonder.
To think he does.
He's out there.
Yeah.
The end.
Very nice.
Yeah, I often think, so you guys know, throughout the story, Yoon and Nan, they're obsessed with growing up and taking full responsibility.
For their
While
lives.
the magician, he's more about trying to, focus on your childish cares and stuff like that.
Yeah, for the young kids that's coming of age, and he's past it. He's not old, but he's done all that stuff. He wants to recapture his childhood innocence, maybe.
Yeah, he's I told this to Mike the other day. The magician reminds me of a Peter Pan, Mary Poppins, and Willy Wonka in one person.
Where are these chocolates?
Funny.
And where are the Oompa Loompas?
You're missing the point, Mike.
sorry.
I mean, there's something wonderful, childish innocence about him that makes him. You feel like you should not lose your childish innocence when you get older.
Yeah, you shouldn't. See, I am 68 going on 18.
And I'm 30,
that's what it should be.
And I'm 36, guys, and I still hold on to my childish innocence here and there. See, I often believe that you should hold on to your childish innocence, no matter how silly or weird or mature it is. Because if you keep saying to yourself, I'm a grown-up and I should not do this stuff, it's not a good thing to go about. I think Mike said an interesting story to me a while back about some people this person who did skydiving, and he did it, and while the rest of the when he got older, some other people who were older felt like their lives didn't have any meaning.
I know, sorry. No, they took, some people interviewed some old people in a retirement home. Mm-hmm. And they asked them, would they have changed anything in their life? And they said, They regret not taking more risks during the life to get some more excitement. They just played everything safe all the time, and safe can be downright boring.
Yeah.
And their lives were full of, we won't do that, we won't do this, we won't do that. We'll just do, we'll get by, and we won't do that. Yeah, oh, it might be dangerous. Yeah, oh, we can't do that. No, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. They never had any excitement in their lives.
Yeah.
And that's what we really need. I mean, obviously, there's different types of excitement. I mean, if you were stuck in a wheelchair, you cannot go abseiling. However, there are things you can probably do to get the adrenaline rushing, that sort of stuff. So you really need to look outside the square sometimes and be part of life. Don't watch it go past.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like me and my sister. My sister always played it safe while I try to
Step outside the square.
I always believed in trying things, even if it's something that's not really my age range anymore. And it doesn't matter about the age range, as long as you're having fun at it, when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, the point is, if you try something and you fail at it, at least you had a go, okay?
Yeah.
But I tried to explain to somebody once a long time ago, there's no good sitting down there in your lounge room or office or your bedroom reading a book, a travel book, travel agency book, say, oh, that looks like a good tour. The book isn't the tour. The tour is you getting off your bum, getting on the bus, getting on the aeroplane, and doing the tour and then experiencing it on a one-to-one basis, not just reading about it. It's great seeing a documentary on TV or a travelogue or something, but to actually be there. We've been to the Middle East.
Yes.
We've been to Italy. We've been to Greece. Oh, I won't say Middle East. We've been to Egypt, Jordan, Israel, Italy and Greece, and I'm hoping to get to back to Italy, Spain and England after COVID settles down a bit more. I mean, there's good looking at them in movies, like James Bond gets all over the world. Well, hello, I wouldn't mind checking out a few things myself. So that's what we do.
Yeah, so guys, if you're getting older, as I get older, it's always good to remember to try to step outside the box.
And experience something new.
Even if it's something that's not in your age range anymore. I mean, these things, whenever I go on these sites where new stuff comes up here and there, they say even adults can join in for the fun of it.
Yep.
It does not have to be.
Well, actually, you mentioned skydiving before.
Yeah.
We know an old guy. An old guy, older than me, in his 70s, I think. And he I think it was recently in the past few years, he did a tandem sky dive jump.
Yeah, in his 50s.
Jump, And he's an old man. And he had a ball. Yeah, he didn't say, oh, what happens if the chute doesn't open? Who cares?
Yeah. When I tell my sister I'm looking at probably doing skydiving, she comes up with several reasons why I shouldn't do it. I mean, maybe the chute may fail, but how many times have this happened in the past
you gotta look at the ratios.
Few years?
Yeah.
Except for the odd mistake, and most likely happens once.
Look at the road tolls, how many aeroplanes fall out of the sky. Things happen occasionally. Yeah, it's...
I mean...
It's not as dangerous as people make out.
Yeah, as I said before, maybe this would happen. But if it was going to happen so many times, it would have been on the news, say, 8 times in the past couple tenths. And then that particular skydiving group would be shut down because of unsafe regulations.
But where do you draw the line? Because a long time ago in Sydney, we had a place called Luna Park, a nice little amusement park, great family place. There was a fire one night in the ghost train. A couple of people went in, didn't come out. Well, that's the amusement park. So you're not safe anywhere. So you might as well enjoy the world. Do what you can to have a good time, experience things, make memories. That's the true magic in this world.
That's what I often do with my niece and nephew, guys. I always try to make new memories for them.
Yeah, actually, we're going to keep going about memories and stuff there. These people say we're done a review.
Well, okay. So, anyway, I do think The Sound of Magic is a beautiful movie.
If you don't mind,
TV series, I should say.
If you don't mind watching a foreign movie with subtitles, not a series, not a movie, you can get this through eBay, not Amazon. That might happen. They might get it on later on, but at the moment it's only on eBay. So if they got it, somebody else has. It was released on Netflix, so I don't know if it's going to be re-streamed anywhere else. I don't know how those things work.
Me neither.
But I'm going to give this. I mean, the production's been done well.
I think so.
Not my type of show because I'm not in this. It's more of a teenagey thing, but I can see the hard work and the skill and the acting and the script and everything else. Everything has been done well. I'm going to give it about 9.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 myself. I do think it's good, and I think that I thought the actor playing the magician was pretty incredible.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he's not weird like say Vincent Price or something rather. He's just a nice laid back guy who's cute. And he's got a nice charm about him. Would you say that?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, I do like that kind of charm. I mean, a lot of people often tell me, if a stranger comes into your area and then you think, is that stranger a dangerous stranger or a good stranger that will twist your world around in a good way?
Well, that's it.
And it's always good to have some twisty, left no-brainer type person.
There's some really weird movies out there where you get a stranger come in. Remember Harlequin? Have you seen Harlequin?
Harlequin. We
haven't done Harlequin, have we?
Yes, we have.
Yeah. Harlequin was the same sort of thing. A strange guy, a mystical man came into this person's life. He's a politician. And I suppose saved him from making a few mistakes.
Yeah.
And saved his little child from being, had some sort of disease. I can't remember what it was now. But there was a bit of a twist in it.
Yeah, one good twist deserves another.
Oh, no, then we think the kid was becoming the new Harlequin. Yes. But
anyway,
interesting.
As I said before, I always think these type of movies where a strange being comes into existence, I still think that the magician, it wasn't just an ordinary human being. I think he was like a magical person. Who used real magic and well as some tricks up his sleeve.
Oh, that sort of stuff, yeah.
I mean, there were some interesting scenes that you cannot explain away with just electronics or just a coincidence. Just like if you were looking at Moses, all those miracles and plagues were not... they weren't coincidences, no matter how many people have told.
The Red Sea, I mean... I'm not going to get into a biblical thing here because you got to have a few people here who aren't interested, okay?
But I do think that some people have made up rhyme and reason to try to figure out that maybe it was just good timing that Moses came and made these plagues or not.
Enough. Yeah.
Anyway.
If we were doing a theological podcast, by all means, we could talk about Moses, okay? But it's not a theological podcast. We're doing a podcast on a film or a TV series.
But I do think this is the type of thing where there was no explanation to how he was able to turn the theme park rides on, in a interesting magical sense.
Remote control. That's easy done.
Yeah, because he uses this butterfly from this butterfly necklace that kind of flutters around, and every time it lands, it kind of turns something on, like the Ferris wheel,
the park lights, whatever.
And there was some fireworks.
Didn't turn the girl on much, did it?
I think she was pretty interested.
Oh, okay, well,
yeah, there was also other stuff there that there's often needs an explanation, but there's no explanation behind it. So it's not really important, but I do think every single bit was very magical in a sense that doesn't need an explanation.
Well,
it's just like when you look at The Good Witch, you don't give Alf rhyme or reason to why this happened.
Yeah, I like that. I like The Good Witch. That was a good series of movies, yeah.
And TV series.
TV series and movies and TV show, yeah.
Anyway, I guess that's about it for us tonight. It's a short review, but that's all right because I want you guys to go out and watch the thing.
Yeah.
And make your own assumptions as per usual.
Exactly. And a bit of feedback is good. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just so you guys know, we're going to be looking at maybe reviewing the Wednesday TV series.
Yeah,
we don't know
one. Who's doing that?
Tim Burton.
Ah, yeah, Timmy, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard when it's going to be released yet.
The trailer looks good.
It looks awesome. I love the piranhas. Ooh,
yeah.
Creepy.
Go and have a look at the trailer for
gross.
Wednesday. Yes, he's the little girl.
Jenny Ortega.
She is the way Christina Ricci played her in the movies. She's very similar. You got that nice dark personality that comes out. It's beautiful. So Jenny Ortega has really taken to this role. Yes.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what kind of story that will spin around the character.
I hope they don't waste it, like that 1313 Mockingbird Lane thingy.
I hope
that was
not.
going to be a good TV series, and all they did it, the pilot movie thing, and that was it. We're not going to follow through on it. And I thought that was heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
I thought it was good, but anyway.
Yeah, but you never know. Some people, they just drop off the planet when it comes to the stuff.
The production companies, that's not where we want to go. But it could have made a lot of money for them.
Yeah, people would love it. Yeah. I know I would.
I would have. Anyway, irrespective.
We are. There is, say, a few episodes, and I hope that they proceed with their plan.
Yeah.
And not turn to a TV movie. I don't want that.
No. I'd like to see us go on and do something good. We need something.
We need something new.
I'm sick of reality shows and all the other good things. I want just something. Just go back. When I grew up, I remember seeing The Addams Family, The Munsters, I Dream of Jeannie, The Time Tunnel, Land of the Giants, Voyage of Robin Sea, all these good series on there. Nice tongue-in-cheek half-hour shows. What's wrong with that? We're not doing enough of that stuff now. We got your Neighbours, your Home Alone, those sort of ongoing series type things. And they go on and on and on. How about something different? It would be nice for a change.
Well, Neighbours has gone off the planet.
Neighbours finally gone after how many years?
Say several.
No, not several decades. And it was getting tired and boring. A couple of short series. A couple of seasons, then dust it off, push it aside, and do something else. They are doing stuff, but this nice stuff, like the old friendly stuff like this, not too serious, a bit light-hearted, and just bung them out.
Yeah.
Alan Irwin did quite a few of those, didn't he? Yeah.
Anyway, I do look forward to reviewing that TV series. I'm crossing my fingers whether it's going to be a hit.
I hope it's going to be good. Actually, I'm hoping for different reasons because we have Jenny Ortega playing Wednesday. And who's the mother?
Catherine
Zeta-Jones is playing Mummy. Yeah, there's the main ones. And I like Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's a good actress.
Yeah.
But I like Jenny because she's an up-and-coming actress. And I think she does some really good, I'll say, character work.
Yeah, I think that most people on the social media have been saying they're not too thrilled about the guy who's playing Gomez, obviously. I'm not going to go into this.
Yeah, but he's only bid role down the bottom.
It's only a small role.
Yeah, he's not a major player.
Yeah, he's Morticia, the actress playing her, Catherine, is going to be doing more appearances in the TV series.
The guy doing the Gomez ain't going to bit part and stick his head in occasionally.
Yeah,
so
it's probably...
Yeah, he's not a John Aston. He's nowhere near it. No.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there, but I'm sure that we'll find out soon.
Yep.
So that's about it for us
anyway,
tonight.
Guys.
And we'll be sure to talk to you guys next time again with our next review. This is Sarah Stephenson.
And Michael.
Saying we'll see you guys next time on Boys and Ghouls Film Review.
And let's hope we're getting over the flu by then.
Hopefully. All right, bye for now, guys.
Bye, guys.